Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, Our Moments with God, our moments with the Word of God, our moments with the love, mercy, and compassion of God, our moments also with the holy ones of God, the saints of God. Today we will be seeing one of them because it is always good to remember them and to see what they did and to learn from them how they did it and how still they were so close to God that God carried them into His lap, in a manner of speaking, to heaven. And we can learn a lot, and probably God will carry you and me through with Him to heaven if we follow the lives of the saints and, of course, of Jesus Christ. And today I begin the third year of my regular broadcast, daily broadcast of the either reflections on the daily mass readings, first reading or second reading, or life of any of the saint of the day if that's an important saint. And so please share the videos with others. We have reached 9,500, almost 550 people till yesterday, and we hope to reach more. Thank you very much. Yes, today the church celebrates the feast of Saint Athanasius, born in 296 or 97 and died in 373. He was born in Egypt, in Alexandria. I had the privilege of visiting Alexandria some maybe 12 years ago. It was a beautiful experience to be in Cairo with these pyramids and all that beautiful experience, and see part of the desert where the desert fathers lived, but also Alexandria. I visited where he was bishop, but before him there was Bishop Alexander of Alexandria, and Saint Athanasius served with him as a deacon. And already at the age of 20, he was such a bright person and great theologian of that time, and he held on to the strict teachings of Jesus Christ. And of course, that time there was only Catholic Church, there were no other churches, though there were heresies, and I will come to that just now. But he was studying about Jesus, the scriptures, to come to know more and more about Jesus. And his was not just an intellectual knowledge. Some of our theologians have just intellectual knowledge, yeah. They may not have personal experience. I do not judge anybody. I am just saying that sometimes you read them, you come to know. But Athanasius was one of those who had very deep experience of the presence of Jesus, and he fought against the Arianism, the heresy of Arianism. What was Arianism's heresy? They said that Jesus, who died for us on the cross, and maybe because they thought that he just died like a human person, like a criminal, therefore he was not God. He was just of human origin and died a human death. So Athanasius countered that, and in 325 there was a Council of Nicaea, and from there emerged this Nicene creed, where we say that Jesus was of the same substance as God the Father. That's why in that creed we use the word consubstantial with the Father. Please note that this is a very important teaching of the Catholic Church, which at that time the Arians and then later on many others also tried to deny. And Saint Athanasius already at that time had written clearly the creed, the Nicene Creed that we read, and became popular. And then in 328, when Bishop Alexander died, he was the natural choice of becoming the Bishop of Alexandria. But then interestingly, these Arians or who were promoting this Arian thinking, they were quite powerful. And so they went to that Constantine, the one who was converted to Christianity and who was ruling in Constantinople, they went to him and influenced him so much so that Athanasius was exiled. He was sent to Rhineland, I think somewhere in Germany. Of course, after he died, he came back, but these Arians were so powerful, they, through his son, they exiled him again. So 5 times he was exiled because of his teaching, but he did not give up his teaching. So Jesus too suffered and died because he was convinced of what he was teaching about the Father and I are one, like today we find in the Gospel, and again tomorrow in the Gospel of Sunday we will find that again, where Jesus emphatically says that the Father and I are one. Our substance is the same, which is what the Nicene Creed teaches us. And sometimes we do not go into the depth of our faith. We have learned catechism, we say some prayers, but we do not go deep enough in our faith. And I am telling you, my dear friends, it is a very interesting spiritual journey. The more you dive into the Word of God, the more you dive into the lives of saints, the more you dive into the history of the church, the more you read the lives of the saints, it is a very fascinating world. And I invite you to please dive into the lives of saints, Word of God. Use these videos also to share with others. Others may be inspired to know about these heresies, about the Nicene Creed, the Council of Nicaea, etc., and the bishops and the saints. And my dear friends, if you like, you may please subscribe to this channel and share the videos with others. Thank you very much.